Well, you're probably wondering by the title, what three spots am I talking about? I spent all day. Steve came over, and he's learning that a finish is a lot harder than you think. I spent all day doctoring up the spots on this because I want this canvas ready for when I put the yellow on it. So I got this spot, one on the other side. I know there was three. Oh, I know what it was. The leading edge of this stabilizer doesn't look quite right. It's not quite rounded enough for me. So I'm going to sand this leading edge a little better. It's kind of wonky. I mean, it's painted well enough, but shooting for perfection now. I think I'm going a little too far, but that looks better. We'll put a splits on it and see what it looks like. I have added 100 products that I use in my Amazon store for you guys to look at. So that's here. There we go. And it's got pictures, so you guys can peruse the pictures and see what you need. But everything in that store I can produce right here. I can show you that I use it. Except the Jackery. I don't have one yet, but I know that they're good. I'm using a crappy old generator. I think we're going to start laying this out too tonight. I get this touched up. Like I told Steve when he was over here today, I only got 3 little spots. I don't want to load a whole bunch of paint on this, so I'm only going to touch up the 3 spots and that's it. That looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll start laying out the paintwork for this. 4 spots. I can see another spot here. You could drive yourself nuts fixing spots. But trust me, when you see this airplane in person, it's going to be perfect. We're not going for none of that quick paint job shit. Well, Steve suggested I use some of this sandpaper, so I'm going to use some of this. This is 1,000. We'll go with this. Because I only want to do this once. be sure to check out the deals. Hey, Bryce. I don't like this paper, Steve. Yeah, I got it smooth though, so that's good. Okay, let's do this over here. And there was a spot right here. I don't like that. What am I going to do? I'll tell you what I need to do. I need to get some tip weight in that thing. I need a scale and bits. Okay, hold on a second. I'll put a scale in there for you. Amazon. Scale. CALE. Okay, I got one of them. I wasn't real happy with it though. Let's see here. No, we don't want that one. AC adapter. 440 pound. No, we don't want that one. Postal shipping scale. And this will probably work. Let's see here. Got to weigh in grams though. Yep, it weighs in grams. Okay, so now we'll put that in the store real quick. Only takes a second. And we'll go storefront. And we want to manage this one. Edit. I forgot the scale. Add a product. Browse history. Add product. And it's cheap. It's $22. Done. There you go. It's the first product. Let me move it around. That'll be the second product. We'll leave the paint guns. Matter of fact, I'll make it on the second row. Under the paint guns. Put it right there. It's number 11 in line. Done. There you go. It's in there, $22. There's no reason to buy a high dollar scale. I mean, they're all shit. They all come from the same place, China. All right. Get some of that primer. Buy an airbrush. You know, there's all kind of stuff in there that makes the 100th item in there. Good deal on the tape. The tape is the best I've ever used. The yellow tape that's in there. Of course, the blue fine line tape is what I always use, but the yellow tape is the best painter's tape that I've found. How am I going to get at that? You got to be comfortable sanding. See that green spot right there? I got to get that figured out. Hope I didn't pick up too much weight on this thing. I bet we're at 37.5. Let's weigh it and see. $37.5, I bet. No. Oh, that's why. Spinners on it. Can't have that. We are at 37.3 ounces. We're getting close to zero. I mean, where I got to stop. So we're at 57 ounces now. I know, we can turn it this way. I can stand it this way. I think I'd like to hit them too. This all came out real nice. I went over and redid all this. So basically, this is just making it look like plastic here. Let's see here. Put a little shadow there. We'll take care of that too. For some reason, I put my fingernail in it right there. That was not good. See a spot right there too. Before I move on to the next color, I'm going to have this white perfect, because I'll be kind of stuck after I get yellow, red, orange, all that in there. And this is all going to be white back here anyway. I sure hope those Amazon links work for you guys, because I'm always asked what stuff I use. You know, where'd you get that? Well, I get everything on Amazon. You just got to know how to search. To the wire. Love that smell, boy. It's fresh paint. You can smell that. It smells great. Smells great. Now this paint I'm shooting is about 70% thinner. So when you paint it urethane, you need a blending coat. But with this much thinner in it, it just melts right in there, and you can't tell. Not only that, this is under the clear anyway. Okay, let's grab no problem. Let's grab the paint gun and hit those spots. See what it takes. I don't like that though. I mean, it don't look quite right. Give me 1 minute, guys. I gotta do something here. Intermission for less than a minute. There you go. There you go. Okay. We're working on this right here. Let's go back to 400. These are always hard spots right here. Always hard. Okay, let's see if it's sanded out good enough. If not, I'll have to hit it again. These here will hide underneath the clear. These in the spot there again. Yeah, we could hit that too. As long as I'm getting them, I might as well get them all. I guess I need to put that link to my Amazon store on Stunhanger too. I think I'll do that after I turn this done with this show, because I do have it registered. So you'll notice I'm doing the underside of the model. The underside has to look exactly the same as the top. Same quality. Otherwise, you get whining. I used to finish the top better than the bottom because, you know, you can't see the bottom when it's 60 foot in the air. But I was always 3 points down. I was always in the 16-point row with no finished bottom. Then Jim Lynch hammered it home to me that I got to do the bottom. And I immediately moved up to the 18, 19-point row. Never a 20 yet, because I just don't think it's that important to have it absolutely perfect. I mean, it's a lot of time. Hats off to the guys who made 20 pointers. I know how much work it is. But front row, which is usually 20 or 19, is good enough. And then again, I could do all this stuff, and I think that it's perfect and still not make the front row. It depends on who's judging, whether they like you or not. It's a weird hobby. Got some real biased people, opinionated. The thing about this is I could paint this and overnight come back tomorrow and it still not be up to my satisfaction, have to do it all over again. Just the way it goes. Yeah, put some paint on it and see what it looks like. We'll put some paint on it, see what it looks like. And the whole airplane will have to be sanded again before it gets the yellow on it. So I've got this thing set to super low pressure, I think. Need some more. It looks pretty good. Let's see, did I have one back here? Oh, I had the leading edge of that. Was this side. We'll do that on the upswing. We have to let that dry a few minutes and then hit her again. Let me do the tip. I'll turn it around and do the wing tip. Yep, I put considerably more work into this airplane finish than I did the Caramba and Simply Blues. Simply Blues is nice. So is the orange one. But I didn't make it perfect. I'll have to sand that one tomorrow. It's too green. Too green. I'm trying to get this touch-up done using the least amount of paint I can. I'll let it dry and hit it again. See, I didn't have any other spots. Oh, I have that trailing edge or the leading edge down. What time is more convenient, this time or 7 o'clock? It's 5 o'clock. I started at 5 o'clock this time. Yep, I need to hit that. I better hit that on the bottom and then the top. Too many stupid cameras. I put in the Amazon store. I put a pretty good deal on 3 spray guns. That are comparable to what I have. I got that. I'll tell you this, as a motorcycle mechanic or a mechanic, you're only as good as your tools. Shit. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'm gonna load up too much paint in that fillet. But the humidity, let me see what the temperature is. Joe called me yesterday, asked me about humidity and ambient temperature and so on and so forth. The humidity is down to 43%. That's very good. The barometer's at 29.3, and the temperature in here is at 75. So there should be enough time for the thinners to evaporate out of the paint and not give any bubble up. What happens is, for blush, you spray on paint, the air in the compressor, because there's always air in the tank. Matter of fact, I need to empty that water tank. There's always air in the tank or water in the tank. If in the air that's coming out of it, so you're injecting water into it. The top layer of paint scabs over before it can flash off, before the thinner can evaporate, and that's what causes that bubbles and pulling and stuff. And it also gives you blush. And hence that's why you put retarder in it to slow the dry time down, to allow the thinners to get out of the system. I can't remember what the price on them 3 spray guns were, but they're very reasonable and they look super good. I wouldn't be afraid to buy them at all. I know for the cost of my one spray gun at Harbor Freight, which I'm sure that they come out of the same factory, made by the same people, the cost of my one spray gun, you'd have to double it and get 2, but you get a third one. So you're getting 2.5 to 1. I think it was $60 for 3, $20 a piece. We're gonna have to get this squared away here shortly. It's really starting to bother me. It's got a big warp in it. I didn't want to straighten the flap out until I got it all painted, so I've been holding off on it. That way we only got to do it once. Oh, that's right. We want to get turn it over and paint the leading edge on the top. I'm afraid it's going to stick though. I don't want to move too fast. And that'll be the end of the spray. Wish I could use a little bit right there too. Man, you drive yourself fruit. There it is. You could drive yourself fruit. Sanding with 1000 grit now. Get a little paint on that. Down to very little left. And I ain't mixing no more, not a white anyway. This is the last of the pint. Yep, that'll do it. That is good enough. Okay, let's turn it over and do the top of the leading edge, and that'll be it. I think unless I find some more spots somewhere, that'll do it. Yeah, we got this tip fixed. That's good. I'll give it another quick coat. Got one little spot right there. Yeah, that would take some aqua green. I'll probably fix that. That'll drive me crazy. I don't want somebody to go, hey, you didn't miss that little spot. And that little spot, I believe, is where I stuck a stick pin in there to line everything up. Oh well. You guys got any questions on painting? I mean, I've been trying to bring you along for the whole process. Now, this is the base white. If you look at it close, it's just like plastic. The whole airplane. See, there's that little tiny spot right there. We got everything to look like plastic. And there's no clear on this yet. Of course, there's no color yet on it either. But I'm slowly creeping up to maximum weight. And I just don't want to go through that lumber wagon period. So I'm figuring that's enough white. We'll get some yellow on it. Some orange and red and black. And oh, I see a spot there. And some clear. Wonder why that thing won't focus. There we go. Better at 7, huh? Let me reach across there and shoot a little on the leading edge on the top on this side. 37.5. 20. Probably at 50, 60 ounces right now. I'm figuring 62, 64 ounces, and that's just the way it is. Here's a spot here, and there's all kinds of little spots. Your little spot right there. I think this is going to be white here. White, white, yellow, orange, red, orange, scallops. You're going to be pretty busy. Yeah. I like busy. Well, I got that. And we got shine there. So you're not really looking for shine right now. You're just looking for white. But I got to make sure that it's all covered. There's no balsa showing through or no grain. No spots, just like that little dot there. I don't know if I'll fix it or not. I'll probably fix it. But I can't do that tonight because you got to wait for the paint to dry before I start packing on acrylic green. It's just a little spot. It's the size of a pin. A pen, like I'm an idiot. I didn't. Let's see. How am I going to do that? Yellow. Yellow angled straight right. It's going to be tough. Might have to get a protractor or something. This back half is white. This is yellow. Yellow. This is white. Leading edge is white. Then we're going to red and orange stripe it. And scallops, red and orange on yellow. Black lettering is going to be, I don't think it's going to be gold leaf lettering. I think there's not enough contrast. If I was painting this airplane red, there'd be enough contrast. But as far as yeah, I don't think there's enough contrast. There's probably going to be black letters. Maybe I'll do them letters in red and yellow. No, if I got it in orange, outline it in black. No, I got this in yellow, outline the letters in black, fine outline in yellow with red flames coming off the top of Sizzler. It'll be the coolest. this flap is really bothering. I mean, I might have to make a new one. We'll see what happens when I steam it. And I bet there's an inch bow in that thing. Half inch anyway. It goes like that. It's bowed enough that it makes the controls stiff. We ain't going for that. All right, guys, make sure to check out the store. There's 100 items in there, and by the end of tomorrow, there'll be 200 items in there. So make sure you favorite it. There's a little heart at the top. You can give me a like and then favorite it to you so you can come back and find it. As soon as you guys get used to using it, I won't have to mention it again. Direct links will go away. Okay. If you guys think I'm making a killing on it, I've sold 21 items, $6. It ain't for the money. $6. Yep, all this needs to be sanded. All this yellow area needs to be sanded. The nose, cockpit area. I'm just debating on how to do this band. I'm thinking it's going to go like this. Yeah, I think it's going to go like that. And the scallops will go past the yellow and come back to the tail trailing edge. And this part here will be red or orange. We need to make it orange. Let's see. Do I want to do orange? Yeah, I've got too much red on every airplane. We'll do orange with a red highlight. Definitely want it to stand out. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to get off here, and after dinner, should I feel like it, I'm going to start taping this out. It should be dry enough then to start taping, and I'll come back on. Because tomorrow I want to be painting yellow. We'll do one color a day, more than likely. And then when we get to the clear, it's one coat a day in sand. One coat a day in sand. So we got ounce of clear to go on it yet. It shouldn't pick up much more weight though, not from here. I mean, I got most of the body work done and the base is on it. And if I shoot the yellow and the orange and the red like I do with the super low pressure like an airbrush. There won't be much paint on it. And then I'll come back with my clear gun and pack the clear on it. Might get 1.5 quarts, maybe 2 quarts, I don't know. 1 quart of dope is 1 ounce. If you put it on and sand it off. Put it on and sand it off. Any questions? We got 16 viewers. I suppose you guys know it all then. You gotta know it all. I'm kind of giving Steve a lesson in sanding. Steve, if you're watching this, you got to have more determination. You got to stand there at the model and sand like he sands like your ass off. It's nice, very nice. I think I'm going to like this one a lot. I need to call Hunt and see where this wing balances. Thinking it balances about here. We'll see. I don't like flying them tail heavy, but I damn sure. That one there, the Carumba's too nose heavy, so I got to add some more clear to that airplane to get it to turn. So when I start clearing, we're going to be clearing 3 airplanes. The Carumba, this airplane, and the Viper P. Because it's super nose heavy too. Build them too light. We balance on this airplane is yet to be determined because it's an experimental model. It's like everything else I do. I think I'm going to get up early tomorrow and go to the auto paint store and get some paper. All right, we got 2 minutes to the end. Is there any questions? What's going on here? And I try to give you my opinion on things and how to do stuff. I'm hoping that you're getting something out of it. Because it's a lot of work. The key to a good paint job is sandpaper. That's all I can say. Lots of it. You got to keep sanding. All righty, folks. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, share, get over to the shop, buy something. Keep me afloat. We'll see you tomorrow or later this evening, maybe. Fairway in the sight lines. See you.